Welcome back, everybody, back with a new video. Today we're going to be talking about the new Mystic rotation coming into play in the next 2 hours. Now, if you have not summoned Witch of the Mirror Tenebria, she is definitely worth it. Now, for Arena, I don't think she's worth it, but for GVG, maybe. But for RTA, she's OP, right? OP and RTA, who would have thought? No shocker here, right? Absolutely disgusting in RTA. Now, let's talk about the new Mystic summon lineup. Now, keep in mind, more than likely, the next ML5 character should be Genesis Ras. Literally, after this banner ends, it should be him. If they don't do him next one, well then who would have thought he's not the E7 World Cup character? But, again, he should be it. Again, people have been saying, Ras. Yeah, trust me, it should be Ras. Right? It should literally be Ras, the next character. So, therefore, automatically, I assume 99% of people are going to be skipping this banner because it's going to be Ras. It's going to be E7 World Cup character, right? So, like, it's going to be broken to be expected, right? So, like, I expect most people to skip this banner. But let's get into it. Let's talk about him real quick, though, right? So, in terms of RGB, Elena, I mean, she's not the worst. She's not the worst, right? So, we do have, obviously, Spirit Isoline, Lionheart Seria, Lionheart Seria, and Lone Crescent Bellona with Champion Zerato. Honestly, Zerato, dog. They need to rework him. They need to rework him a lot, right? So, now let's go into Lionheart Seria. This character is bonkers. She's literally insane, right? Best artifact for this character is going to be Renewed Will. Now, there's two ways you can build this character. Full-on speed like mine. Obviously, you do want it quicker than this. Ideally, like 300, 305, 310, if you could with your speed gear. That's build number one. But you do need Renewed Will maxed out, so just keep that in mind. Next, the other build is a more DPS-oriented Lionheart Seria. Maybe like around 240, 250. You could even go slower than that and just give her more max DPS. She's a very, very good character. Absolutely insane to have. I think she's actually kind of like one of those characters that are like, she's so flexible, and I love it. And I love that, right? S3, she dispels all buffs. She has an 85% chance to apply defense break. She has 2 turns to make them be unbuffable and ignore ER for 20 souls. Very, very good. You can never complain about this. People have been seeing a lot of ARAM picked. Lionheart has been getting popped up more in RTA. She's very, very good. I love this character a lot. Passive. Increase hit chance by 50%. I mean, it's nice to have, right? And then allies and enemies can now revive. Upon receiving lethal damage, grants immortality for 1 turn. S1 is going to be a 75% chance to apply a defense break. And on top of that, a successful attack deals additional damage proportion to the caster's attack. She's insane. She's such a good character. Like, I really, really love this character so much, right? And her imprint is attack percent, AoE for the party. That's really, really good. But again, I think she's good. I think she's a must-have. But is she worth summoning for right now when Genesis Ras is right around the corner? I want to say no. I think she's fantastic, but I want to say no. She's definitely, she's worth it, man, but I'm going to have to skip it. Now let's go talk about Spirit Isoline. She got buffed yet again, of course, not that long ago, and that made her absolutely insane of a character, right? S3 dispels all debuffs from everybody, grants immortality for 1 turn, and she grants herself possession for 3 turns, which is increased attack by 25%, and she counterattacks when she receives a critical hit. This right here, them changing it, that she dispels all debuffs from everybody, is super, super good. This character is very, very good. Oh, another good character, right? So, passive. Damage cannot exceed over 51%. So you have to hit her a couple times to kill her, which is very, very nice. When a caster uses Soul Burn for the first time, it increases her damage dealt by 50%. And it does not cost any souls. Very, very good. When someone dies, decreases skill cooldowns by 1 turn and gains 5 souls. Effects upon death are only activated upon a hero's death. Keep that in mind. And then lastly, S1. Attacks enemy with a sheath when the skill was used. If it was not triggered by a dual attack and the caster has a buff, uses Nimble Sword instead. Nimble Sword increases her attack and it penetrates the target's defense by 50%. It does not trigger a dual attack. And they changed the soul burn. So now, basically, S1, you can soul burn for 20 souls for an extra turn. On top of that, you have a free soul burn here. So yeah, you could do many, many turns with this character and do crazy amount of damage. You can soul burn twice with this if you have 20 souls, and then you grip your S3. She's such a good character. She is so good. Disgustingly good. Ideally, this is a build you do want to run. You could run it a little bit slower, more DPS, or you could run it quicker and just have her outspeed people. Now, in terms of builds, it's up to you how you really want to use the character. I've seen some people run her on SAS, basically to use her as a cleanser and all that versus Luna and all that good stuff, right? She's very, very good, very, very versatile, and I love when characters are like that, where you can build them multiple ways. I really feel like characters that are like that are good, are really, really good. Now, let's go talk about Lionheart Seria. Lionheart Seria did get buffed yet again. Mine is currently not geared. She did get an EE as well. In terms of the EE, I like it. I like it because it keeps her alive. And it's crit chance. So like she has so much free crit chance. She's pretty very, very easy to build. It's actually kind of crazy how much crit chance she actually has, right? So but yeah, this EE doesn't really do much in terms of her DPS output, but it basically keeps her alive, which was the biggest problem she has, right? So what they did change on her is going to be her passive. Before, she would get a ER buff, and obviously, you know, it dispels all debuffs. Not that bad. But an ER buff is kind of whatever. Because the ER buff, you can still get stunned, you can still get provoked, all that good stuff, right? But now instead, she gets immunity for 3 turns, and increases her combat radius by 50%. Before, it was only 25. So that extra 25, it was either 25 or 20% before, and now it's 50. You know how crazy that is? How much percent of difference that is? That's kind of a lot. So them doing that, and giving her immunity, is perfect. It's perfect. I've yet to try her out. I've been busy with work, so I'm going to be testing her out later. I don't think she's worth it, especially compared to the other 2 characters, but I just don't think she's worth it. I think she should be good, but again, I have to test out of myself and see if it's actually really, really good, or it's just, you know, extra damage for her, not that bad, right? But overall, I do love that change a lot they did give her. It did make her a lot more playable, in my honest opinion. But overall, S3, it penetrates the target's defense by 50%. It is proportional to her caster's defense. And it's just very, very good. Soul Burn S1, more damage, increases speed to herself. Like, she's such a good character. She has everything going for her, but she just doesn't work. For some reason, like, not for some reason, but more often than not, like, if you look at her kit, it looks so good. Alright, it looks really, really good, but it did not play as good at all. Like, you see this, right? Self-cleanse, push up and all that, penetrate. But when you actually played with her, it didn't give off that vibe. Maybe it does now. We'll have to find out later on. But I just don't think she's really worth it. I really don't think. As it is right now, as it currently stands, I don't think she's worth it, right? I've yet to try her out. Let me know if you did try it out, but I have not yet. And we'll see how it plays out, right? And then lastly, it's going to be Lone Crescent Bellona. Honestly, this character, I mean, I think she's good in a sense. I don't use her at all, so I think she's good. She's always going to be critting. Every time she hits, it's always going to be a crit. Her passive is just like Seaside Bellona, where once she gets hit enough, or any ally or anybody that's on her team gets hit, she gets a 20% combat rated push, and deep, you know, she bats back them pretty much. It's literally like SSB passive, right? Where she gets hit, she will bat back them with her passive, which increases her combat radius by 20%. But it does consume her 100% fighting spirit, so just keep that in mind. S3 is nice if you can give vigor to the entire team. So basically, she grants vigor to the caster for 2 turns. When an enemy is defeated, though, she grants vigor to all allies, except for the caster for 2 turns. Not that bad. Not that bad at all, right? And then lastly, S1, it will give herself immunity, and a successful attack will always result in a critical hit. She was basically very, very good into Candy. But Candy is gone. So therefore, I don't really see that much use of Lone Crescent Bellona. Personally, I don't see her that much at all. So I kind of want to rate her on Lionheart. I think she's a good character, though. I think she is better than Lionheart for sure. But the problem is, it's kind of drafting her, right? So, like, she has a good kit. I like this. The vigor and all that. But I don't know. It's kind of hard to play with her, with a lot of OP stuff going on, right? But overall, I do like her, but I don't think she's worth going for, right? Because I do put her above Lionheart, though. But yeah, I do think Spirit Eye Seline is OP. I do think Briar Seria is OP. But are they really worth summoning for? That comes down to you, if you have the Mystics or not. Again, Epic 7 World Cup character is going to be coming out very, very soon, which should be Raz. And since it is a E7 World Cup character, it should be broken. More broken than Tenebria, right? But other than that, though, thank you for watching the video. Hope you have a good day, and peace out.